Next up in my 1992 F1GP Season Series, we go to Monaco for the Monaco Grand Prix, but with a mild twist. I am going to do a full Grand Prix distance around the streets of Monaco. If you don't know what that means, a brief history lesson, pay attention at the back. The 1967 Monaco Grand Prix was 100 laps and was 314 kilometres, right? The year after, 1968, due to a fatal accident of Lorenzo Bandini, the race was shortened by 20 laps to 80 laps and became a 251 kilometre race. The 1992 Monaco Grand Prix in real life was 78 laps and 260 kilometres. I think it was 1990 when Grand Prix were standardised to be between 300 and 305 kilometres. To cut a very long story short, in fact, I'm going to do a 303 kilometre Monaco Grand Prix, which means doing 91 laps and not the standard 78 laps that has been run at Monaco as was in 1992. That's the boring stuff out of the way. Let's find out how we line up on the grid at Monaco. Next up, the 1992 303 kilometre F1GP Monaco Grand Prix Series Grand Prix. Next. Now. Go. Stop talking. And incredibly, for the Monaco Grand Prix at Monte Carlo, I am on the pole. Harry Heinz Watson. I pipped Patrese and Mansell, the two Williams, going strong, but I'm on the pole ahead of Berger and Brundle in 5th. Then it's Schumacher 6th. Senna lines up 7th. Alesi and Capelli, the two Ferraris, 8th and 9th. And in 10th position, Johnny Herbert, just ahead of my teammate Carl Vendinger. I'm driving for the March team. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. And we're starting 91 laps around Monaco from pole position. And let's try and survive, which I have not done the last two races on the opening laps. So it's under pressure, high stakes opening lap. Let's just pull away from the front row. I don't know if there's anyone alongside me, but I think I'm getting into Saint-Devote ahead of the Sue Williams. And the plan from here is to just clear off into the distance and not get tagged, nerfed or spun out. But there's a long way to go. Just 303 kilometres and the next 2.5 hours of driving. I'd say 2.5. It might go a bit quicker. I have to see how the race pans out, but I'm leading on the opening lap. That's the main thing. That's all that matters. Try not to lose it. Cold tyres, heavy car, lots of fuel, and 90.5 laps ahead of me as we head to the chicane on the opening lap. I'm surprised that the Williams aren't right up my chuff. Here they come, I can see them behind me. They'll definitely catch up in this twisty section. I'm much slower than the Williams through here. I'm much slower than most of the AI through here, to be fair. I make up all my time in the last two corners and the hairpins in the first sector of the lap. So that's how I got my pole. That's how I'm staying ahead at the moment. And that's how I plan on keeping the lead. Let's see how long my seed tyres last for. Traditionally a low tyre deg circuit at Monaco. Let's see if F1GP agrees. I'm ahead of Patrese by a second. Excellent opening lap, so long may it continue. I've survived lap 1, first time since Phoenix. And I'm 12 points behind Mansell in the championship, so him staying in 3rd is ideal if I can clear off into the lead. But I've got a lot of work ahead of me to think about points. A lot of distance between me and points at the moment. Lap 2, first position. I'm just going to keep circulating, get into a rhythm, and try not to throw it into the barriers. Gotta stay concentrated. Like a carton of orange juice. Stay concentrated. Oh, Just tagged the wall, but it's fine. No dramas. Back along the start-finish straight. Start of lap 9. Good lap time, excellent lap time. Oh, that's a bit close to the exit of Saint-Devote. That's nearly a second quicker. That's going to increase my lead to 4.3 seconds over Patty Razy. Ricky Pats. Go gently. Fifth gear through the tunnel. Once again, no, that's 9 laps in the books. That's 10% of the race done. Just got to do that 9 more times, and then I'm home and dry. Lap times are still very strong. C tyres holding up well. Patrese is just under 5 seconds behind me. Still in second, probably just ahead of Mansell, which is good news. Oh, that's very wide. Just bumped the wall on the exit of the swimming pool. Luckily, I didn't spin it round. Got to be very careful. Got to concentrate better than that. So still a long way to go. Right, around the Rascas, the last corner, onto the start-finish straight. That's 13 laps in the books. So that makes it the start, as I set the fastest lap, of the 1992 Monaco Grand Prix race distance. There's about 260 kilometres to go. I don't know why they lop off the extra 43 kilometres, but they do. And an F1GP enthusiast in his mid-40s, is right. And Formula 1 Grand Prix racing, the real F1 racing, is wrong. The Monaco Grand Prix should be 303 kilometres long. Then it's a proper Grand Prix distance, and therefore it's a proper Grand Prix, like this one. In my head, there's a gaggle of cars, the back markers are upon us, and I must negotiate the traffic as carefully as possible whilst maintaining my lead, and not come a cropper. As we just hit quarter distance in this Grand Prix. 3/4 of the race to go. Oh, it's a Jordan, possibly. Is it a Jordan ahead of me? It must be a Jordan. It's got a pinky red rear wing. In 1992 Jordan Styley. Saint-Devote. Up the hill. 22.8. Patrese is 16 seconds behind me. Through Casino Square. Down the hill towards Mirabeau. Around the Lowe's hairpin. Chasing down the Jordan. Third, fourth, fifth gear. On lap 24, through the tunnel, into the chicane. Now there's a huge train of cars to find my way past. Got to try and lap some of this traffic quickly. But Tracy's going to start catching me otherwise. Just got to find my way past the back markers carefully. Much quicker than the AI through these last corners, but there's no way of passing them. Got to be careful here. Probably not going to risk it into Saint-Devote too far back. It's not really an overtaking spot. Up the hill. Probably do a lunge into Mirabeau. Too far back into Casino. 16.5 seconds back to Patrese. Probably a bit too far back for a Mirabeau lunge, to be fair. I can do a cheeky pass into the Lowe's hairpin. Good. If I stay close enough to Pierluigi Martini, I might be able to do a dive bomb into the chicane. If I'm close enough. And I might well be. Gaining through the tunnel. Also got the Fond Metal, whoever that was. Either Tarquini or Chiesa. Good. It's good to start putting cars between me and Patrese quickly. Stuck behind a bit of traffic here, so going a bit slow, but not worried about it. Patrese's getting stuck too now, I'm sure of it. Building that gap, yep, 18 seconds. Good stuff. Lap 33 is also well over a third of the way through this race. Good. It's going great guns at the moment. Let's do a little dive bomb on the Venturi. Go around Lowe's. Put more distance between me and Patrese. And cars. Lap traffic helps. Here's one of the footworks. That's Alboreto or Suzuki. Oh, clobbering the curb. Got away with that one, luckily. Nice big gap ahead of Grouillard as well. Oh, I've just tagged the back of Grouillard. That was unfortunate. That was frightening. That's lost me loads of time doing that. Got to be so careful. Luckily I didn't lose a wing doing that. Try not to do it again. Right, dive bomb. Oh, tried to get two cars in one corner. Got a little knock for my efforts, but no harm. Nice fastest lap set on old C tyres. 37 laps on them, still going strong. Nice big gap to Patrese. No sign of any traffic ahead at the moment. So it's all going swimmingly. Although I've just clobbered the wall. Don't do that. Right. This is lap 46. Nearly halfway through the race. And I'm still leading. The pace is still strong. Huge gap back to Patrese, and I'm lapping back Marcus. My teammate's just ahead, so I'll be lapping him in the next lap or so. And there's a Ferrari as well, so all is well in the Monaco Grand Prix. Just diving underneath Herbert. That was Herbert's Lotus. That's my teammate ahead. That's Carl Wendlinger in his March. And then one of the Ferraris ahead of him. Just got a good exit. Go past Wendlinger through the tunnel. Patrese 48 seconds behind me. That's one of the Ferraris out of the way. Don't forget to drink the water. Stay hydrated. Bugger. Oh, I clipped the wall. Oh, I don't believe it. What did I do? Came blasting through the tunnel. Harry Heinz Watson. And then I just took too many chances with the inside wall. Got hung up on the and then Capelli in the Ferrari just came and broke my front wing. Okay. Right, this is a minor setback, but not a complete disaster. I can come back to the pits, get some fresh boots on, and come out well ahead of Patrese still. So it was an annoying mistake, but not a race ender or a lead changer. Hopefully, let's get it into the pits. Do have to have a long pit stop for the nose change. So does Capelli. Where's my pits? Where's my pits? There it is. All right. Do your work, boys. Get me back out into this race ASAP. I'll stick with the C's. They're working well for me. Fresh set of boots will see me go quickly. It's going to be a 20-second stop usually, maybe a bit longer. Pretty long one. It's a pretty long nose change. Come on, boys. Get Semi back on my way. Oh, that's going to eat up my lead. Still in first. Still in first. So it's all is well. Just got to use the new tyres to my full advantage. Lap 48. Still leading. Fresh set of boots. Damages all repaired. So nothing too stressful at the moment. Patrese is still behind me. But what a mistake to make. Try not to do that again. If I do that again, it will ruin my race. So you've got to concentrate at Monaco. Good job I had a nice cushion. And some nice fresh tyres. Right, that was the end of lap 48. Lap 49. Patrese is just 5 seconds behind me now, so I've got to make no more mistakes and build that cushion again. But it should be easy this time. I've got much fresher tyres than Patrese has. Swimming pool. They're going side by side through the swimming pool. They're still side by side. They're crazy. They're drunk on power. I've just got to sit back and let them sort themselves out and try not to get thumped from behind. Look at them. Look at them go. Come on, guys, sort it out. Wow, slowest overtake ever. Right. That's not going to help my pace at all. I must have lost bags of time doing that. At the end of lap 50, lap 51. One of the fries is having a nibble at me as well. 27, a 1 minute 27. Stuck behind these dueling AIs. And they're at it again. Patrese is 1.3 seconds behind me. Get through some of this car traffic. Oh, no, let's let Alboreto go. No, I've clobbered Alboreto on the way through. That was mildly stressful, but I got away with it, luckily. Keep turning, keep rotating, keep lapping. Stay ahead. 14 seconds back to Patrese. Nice. It's very difficult to pass into Casino Square, but I'll try it. Good. Just about made that one stick. That was a bit leery and stressful, needlessly. But onwards, there's a nice gap ahead to start building some gap back to Patrese. No traffic ahead. Oh, that's a curb I've clobbered. Clomp. Do not clomp, lest thee be clomped thyself. Go. Straight line. Accelerate. On lap 56. Lap 58 begins. Now that's a solid lap time. That's the fresh boots at work. Fresh rubber, clear lap. Cup of tea. Nice big gap to Patrese. And that's the fastest lap on lap 60, start of lap 61. Just over 2/3 of the race run, and that means there's just under a third of the race left. 30 laps to go. And a nice healthy lead over Patrese. So all is well again after the earlier mishap. Just keep circulating, keep going around, keep avoiding the barriers, keep avoiding mishaps, and try and bring this thing home for a lovely, glorious 10 points and a win. 33 seconds back to Patrese. No sign of Mansell. No sign of any traffic at the moment. It's a nice big gap to drive into. So I'm not getting held up by any AI nonsense at the moment, which is all well and good. Keep going round. Keep circulating. Nope, bit wide in the last corner. Clomped a curb. A curb has been clomped on lap 62. At the end of that lap, lap 63. Third gear through Saint Devot. No curb clomping. Thank you. Cup of tea. Swig of tea. 39.6 back to Patrese. The gap is glowing ever larger because my tyres are superior and my car and my driving is also superior. Let's go down to the Lowe's hairpin and negotiate that said hairpin with aplomb and wild abandon. 56 seconds ahead of Patrese on lap 69. Nice. That's Mansell, my championship rival, just ahead of me to be lapped. Good. Mansell's getting held up by this lap traffic, but I'm not. I'm going through. That's Mansell lapped. Good. Scooch past him. And then it's Patrese ahead of him. Coming up to lap Patrese. I'll do it into the Nouvelle chicane. Try to hit the wall. Here we go. Patrese has got very worn tyres, so this should be a doddle. Mine are much fresher. And that's the whole field lapped. Did not expect to dominate like this, but I'll take it. They can't all be this easy, as we saw last week at Imola, so just keep going round, hope for the best. Try and dispatch this Tyrrell and this Ligier in my own sweet time. Right, if this was a regular Monaco Grand Prix, this would now be the last lap. But we are doing 14 laps more. Well, I clomped a curb and Patrese is back on the lead lap. Whoops. Right, just scooch back past the Patrese. Good. No harm there. Everyone's going very slowly. Everyone's on very worn, knackered old C tyres. Okay, that's 78 laps in the books. That's one regular Monaco Grand Prix distance. Or modern day Monaco Grand Prix distance, I should say. And now we're going to do a proper Grand Prix distance. 303 kilometres, 13 laps left. And that is the end of lap 90, which makes the next lap, the lap I'm starting now, the final lap. It's been a long old race, this one, but we're coming to the end of it. It's been well over 2 hours of driving, and I'm over a lap ahead of Patrese in seconds, so I've absolutely dominated. I did not expect to do that, but I've just had to keep going around. Had an unfortunate mid-race incident where I broke my nose, but it gave me a fresh set of tyres so I could just pull away from Patrese quite easily. No one else seems to have stopped for tyres, which made it all the more easier. And it's the last time through the tunnel on the final lap. Last time through the Nouvelle chicane. No traffic to worry about ahead of me. Just got to negotiate the tobacco and the swimming pool one last time. Avoid the barriers on the left and right. Exit the swimming pool, the right and the left. And then one last time around La Rascasse. Through the final corner. Across the grid hatchings. To complete the full distance Monaco Grand Prix. Yes. That is a victory in the bag. Second victory of the season. Just a shot in the arm I needed after a frankly disastrous San Marino Grand Prix. And yeah, I lapped the entire field. Patrese is a very distant second place. Let's see how they finish and how that affects the championship. Marvellous. So, after just over 2 hours of racing, Harry Heinz Watson in his March Ilmor wins a lap and a half ahead of Riccardo Patrese. Nigel Mansell completes the podium in his Williams Renault. Then it's Gerhard Berger in his McLaren. Martin Brundle is 5th, and Johnny Herbert is a surprise 6th. That's a good race for Johnny Herbert. Picks up a point for Lotus. Then comes Jean Alesi. My teammate Carl Wendlinger is in 8th. A distance 9th and 10th for Senna and Schumacher. Not a good race for them, finishing 2 laps down. Here's the rest of the field. Capelli in the other Ferrari. The Tyrrell of Olivier Grouillard. Thierry Boutsen. Michele Abarretto. Aguri Suzuki. Mika Hakkinen. Ukko Katayama. Andrea De Cesaris. Eric Comas. Bertrand Gachot. JJ Leto. Gianni Morbidelli. Christian Fittipaldi, Gabriele Tarquini, Pierluigi Martini, and Stefano Modena is your final runner in the race, 26th. Wowzers, 91 laps, 303 kilometres I've laid at that point now. In the Drivers' Championship, this is how we stack up. It's still Mansell, 6 points ahead of me, but I've closed that gap by 6 points, 24 ahead of Patrese on 18. That's 6 points ahead of Patrese as well. I'm firmly in the middle of the Williams drivers. Then it's Berger and Senna, Alesi, Schumacher and Brundle. Then Johnny Herbert has joined the fray after 4 rounds. That's the Drivers' Championship. In the Constructors' Championship, it is still Williams Renault completely dominating the season. As you would expect, it's 1992. I'm the sole point scorer for March Ilmor, then the McLaren, Benetton, Ferrari and Lotus team. Next up we go to Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The 1992 F1GP Series Season Series continues next at Montreal. See you next time.